Monumental point in the bag for Blackburn Rovers. Happy New Year, Leeds United. Happy New Year, EFL Championship. That's right, Rovers did the unthinkable today and got ourselves a valuable point against top of the table. Perfect record, 9 wins on the trot at Elland Road, Leeds United. It's a draw that does feel like a win. And of course, it does mean Rovers start 2025 with a point in the bag in a game that looked like we were going to get absolutely nothing. I'll tell you what, Eustace has that masterstroke. Look at this fire pit, boys and girls. We're going to be cooking up a storm here tonight. Get the marshmallows on, put the old bloody, get the old wieners on the go. But 1-1 in the end, a game which realistically we looked composed and up for the challenge. We looked like we were going to get something out of this game from the get-go. I thought we were solid enough defensively. Honestly, 1-1. I don't think that was ever on the cards for Rovers. I thought Leeds, if they did score, which they did, or if they did take the lead, it was going to be mission impossible for Rovers. But no, we dug deep and we got a point. How did it all pan out? Well, it was 0-0 at the break, so not much to get excited about. In fact, Rovers didn't really offer much, to be honest with you. But a few concerns for Rovers heading into the East Lancashire derby. Cantwell did not play today. Sickness or illness, hungover maybe, perhaps. And Yuki did start, but was injured. He only lasted about 10 minutes or so before he was replaced by Harry Leonard. Now, Harry Leonard came on. He did what he could do, but unfortunately, he had to be substituted as well, for Big Mac Gay later on. But to be fair, Mac Gay's getting a lot of heat right now, as you do. There's always a scapegoat for Rose, always somebody, and I've been known to give out my scapegoats. But I think Mac Gay again proved to be what he is. He is a handful to deal with. He didn't get on the score sheet today, but he had some involvement in that goal. Again, he does what he does. He disrupts the flux. And he disrupted the flux today, and at the end, Rovers were happy and were solid to get a point. How did that all pan out? Again, I kind of went off what train of thought. 0-0 half time. You know what? It felt like it was going to be a 0-0. It felt like it was going to all pan out, and of course, Rovers would get a point. But it wasn't to be the case. Late on in the match. A ball was pumped in the box by Leeds. Dominic High made a right old hash of it. Took out the man. Gave a penalty. Of course, it looked like that was going to be the end of the case. Penalty was converted. I think Struck was the man who converted it. Looked like 1-0 all over. Because Rovers didn't really offer much going forward. They didn't offer much. But, set pieces. Get us a set piece, and you just don't know these days. We're starting to cause a bit of some ruckus when it comes in there. And the fight, the determination I'm getting from the players for John Eustace, for the cause, is absolutely bonkers. Now, don't get me wrong, we've had a shit festive period where we haven't won a game since Hull City, or not even Hull City. I can't even remember. Luton Town, I think, was the last time we won. But, two massive points. One against Sunderland at home. Let's not look at that. We were trailing that game 2-1 to come back to draw 2-2, and this game trailing 1-0, dying embers of the game. We're talking the fumes of the game. Set piece comes in. It's a mess in the box. Back to Gay has a touch on it. He doesn't get the assist, unfortunately, but Danny Bart pumps the ball home to give us a share of the spoils. And I think, honestly, rightly so. I think this game didn't need to be deserved to be won by anybody. I don't think Leeds did enough. I think Rovers outmatched them, like defensively. I thought we outplayed. Like, if we were to grade their offensiveness compared to our defensiveness, then I think we outplayed them too. I think our defence was much better than their attack. And of course, without that penalty, would we have scored? I don't think so. I think it would have been a 0-0. It was kitchen sink job at the end for Rovers, but solid point in the bag. And again, that makes Eustace 3 in without loss against Leeds. So starting to make us into a bit of a bogey side for them, which is great. Of course, it doesn't do Leeds any harm, really. I think Burnley also tripped up a little bit with a draw. And it also puts Rovers in a bit of limbo land. We'll wait to see if we're still in the playoffs come the end of the day, because a win for Middlesbrough would see them knock us out. But, hey, these are big games we've played. Sunderland, they're knocking on the door, and of course Leeds knocking on the door. Of course now Burnley, of course, at Ewood Park, which is going to be monumental. Anyway, guys, yeah, it was a bit of a wobbly stream. I do apologise for that. But hopefully things will be back to normal come Saturday for the big one. Anyway, Happy New Year. Hopefully, of course, your celebrations are long-lasting. I think today is a great day. You know, a 1-1 draw against Leeds United, top of the table at Elland Road. New Year's cannot start much sweeter than this. Well, a win would have been nice, but hey, a draw ain't too shabby in the end.